Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another video of Marvel Contest of Champions. Now that we have finished 7.1 exploration and completion videos, we're gonna run back onto 6.3 and 6.4 exploration videos. And today's video is going to be 6.3.3 Enhanced Specials and Tenacity Path. So whenever your defender shrugs off a debuff of Tenacity from you, your size champion have a chance to get an auto evade charge if you use the given boost that is called Enhanced Reflexes. Now this is going to be all a mystic path, and the path is designed in a way for you to and encourages you to use science champions because there is a boost with it as well. So I would highly suggest you to bring up your science champions, but in case you don't have the science champions, there are some other viable options as well. So you can use power control champions and you can power control your mystic defenders. If they don't have any power, they cannot use specials, and the unblockable specials will not be there and would become an easy fight. If not, you can bring in Blade with Ghost Rider synergy, and there's a lot of villains here, there's a lot of mystical beings, so Blade can also cut through at least 4 to 5 of those defenders. Also, there's quite a few unstoppable characters here as well, so you can use your either science champions with slow debuff, or you can also use your new Spider-Man stealth suit as well. Apart from that, Spider-Man Stark Enhanced, Spider-Gwen, all these special attack evading champions will also work, so it's upon you what choice you want to take. If we talk about the boss, there are 2 different counters. You can either bring champions with permanent armor up buff like Colossus, Guardian, Angela, Hulkbuster, or you can bring in champions that have power drain or power steal. So I'm talking about your Warlock, your Guillotine 2099 and Vision. Now incidentally, Warlock and Guillotine 2099 also have armor up buffs as well. So those two are the best options to deal with this Havok because they can also power drain whenever they want to. So if you have these champions, and you can easily do this path. Special mention before we jump in the path is to both Colossus, the new Xavier school, and the other one as well. They both are immune to the plasma detonate of the boss, so if you have them and you don't have any other choices, it's worth thinking to bring them along as well. My team for this path is going to be Captain America Infinity War, She-Hulk, and Human Torch as the science champions, and I'm going to bring in Colossus with Omega Red. That will take some of the path fight as well, and the Colossus will go after Havok the boss. Now, knowing all of that, this first fight is just a regulation fight. There are no nodes on it. This is just a warm-up fight. So if you're going to use Corvus in some of this pass of this quest, he's a good place to get a charge. Or if you're going to use any other champion who depends on charges, is a good place to start, like Morningstar or even Apocalypse. Once he is down, then the real path starts where you will use the boost as well, enhanced reflexes. So the nodes that are going to come up, we're going to talk about it now. First of them is going to be unblockable. So all the specials from your opponent are going to be unblockable. So you either need to evade them, or you I'm just using different champions, showing around how you can play with along other champions. So I'm gonna use an Omega Red. With Omega Red, I've recently ranked 5 him, so I'm still learning him. So it's good if you run him with suicides, so he can go on more death spores. Otherwise, you can spam your SP2 and get more death spores on your opponent, and then you heavy attack for that degen. Him to that. You can also use Captain America Infinity War. Quake also works well here. Red Hulk works really well here. Just be careful with the Vulture that it will cause you to miss. But with Human Torch, if he is above 10 temperature, you will not miss as well. So this is one of the key fights of the section, and I would suggest you to save a full health size champion for this fight. Next up is going to be a Doctor Strange. This is also a key fight for the section, so keep a champion that science champion that has a petrified debuff with you so you can control his power. So in my case it's going to be a She-Hulk with an SP2. So I would try to bait all of our SP1s out, not let him go to SP2, but if he goes to an SP2, I should have already built some evade charges from the boost enhanced reflexes, so whenever he uses an SP2, I will just leave my controls and it will auto evade. Right there, I am just trying to build up to an SP2 so I can petrify him. That will give him 115% reduced regen and also 115% reduced power gain, so I can easily just take him to a corner and keep hitting him. Right now he has an SP2, he will try to use it on me, and I will just leave my controls, and all of that is easily evaded because of the charges on me. So once you run out of charges, make sure to parry and then wait for the charges to go away to tenacity so you get extra charges. So once you have that in control, the key thing here in this fight is to have is specials under control. So you can use Void here. Void will work amazing. Spider-Man Stark Enhance will work really well here as well. You can use Mr. Fantastic as well. The new Yellow Jacket can work here as well. So use champions that are going to control his power through Petrify. also works here. If not Omega Red, you can also use Quake. If not Quake, you can use Magik as well. You can also bring in Hulk with Sasquatch. No power means no limbo. Or you can bring in Vision OG and you can keep power draining. It will be a patient but a long fight. Or Human Torch as well. Again, the whole concept is to not take limbo damage, otherwise because the amount of HP she has with the limbo damage, you will die very fast. With Omega Red, if you push the opponent to 1 bar of power with a tentacle hit, you don't get the limbo damage. So you will notice that every time she is near 1 bar of power or 2 bar of power, I'm trying to use a heavy attack so I don't get damage. I still make a few mistakes. Final fight before the boss is going to be an unstoppable Colossus. Now at this point they do not, this champion does not have those nodes for tenacity and unblockable specials. So you can go ahead block the specials as well, and you can just parry into heavy as well. I have Captain America Infinity War who can take away unstoppable very easily. You can use a slow champion as well. You can use pretty much any champion. Power control will work as well. He's also a metal champion, so Magneto works as well here. And he's also a villain, so the synergy with Blade and Ghost Rider works as well. So pick your choice and take him down. The boss is going to be a Havok with improved power gain and cornered, so do not bring in champions that have bleed. So if you're going to use Warlock, do not use his heavy attack. And also he has Force of Will and Extinction Protocol and Crumbling Armor. So if you don't hit him for a bit, you will be armor broken. So if you bring in armor champions, keep that in mind. In my opinion, the best three champions to use for this fight is Warlock, because not only has armor up, he also has power drain. And also the same for Gilly 2099. She also has armor up and also power drain as well. So you have two ways to keep those plasma detonate away and not pushing him to an SP3. If you don't have those, there are still other options as well. You can use both Cyclops as well. In my case, I'm going to use a Colossus because he is immune to armor break, so the crumbling armor will not affect. And I have a synergy with Omega Red, so he will bring down the boss very, very quickly. All I need to do is to take care is not to push him to an SP2 and then wait for him to use an SP2 out. I would suggest for this fight, because there is a lot of improved power gain, is as soon as Havok reaches Special 1, you start baiting it out. Because a lot of times you will start baiting it out, he will gain the power, go to an SP2 and then use an SP2. If you start baiting on SP2, he might get to an SP3 and your whole fight is ruined. So keeping that in mind, if you take care about that, it's an easy fight and you can easily take him down and finish off. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. We are back to long videos of Act 6 because the parts are so long, but no worries, we'll keep doing those. We'll finish 6.3 and then we'll go to 6.4. If you enjoyed the video, you like the tips and guides, make sure to subscribe to the channel, guys. Leave a comment down below. Give the video a thumbs up. I would love to hear from you guys. And apart from that, guys, I hope you all have an amazing day, and I'll see you next time.